Football is being a dead pame. Aduga Yawalgi, Smina transmit after the football team of Malays, a Hana Kangam Deva.
We may not be able to do pride walks like, in other cities or pride events like other cities, but we believe that this games is like a pride for us. 15-20 trans men, young people coming out. It doesn't happen anywhere in India where there are all the resources.
In football, we get to know that it's not just me. There are so many of us, and if we join together, then of course we can overcome all the obstacles.
The northeastern Indian state of Manipur is the land of football lovers. And on 8 March 2020, 15 young men from here formed a football team and they made history. They became the country's first all-trans men football team. Today, this team is the showstopper for the 4th edition of Queer Games Northeast 2021. But this road to recognition has not been easy. Although India has legally recognized the transgender community as the 3rd gender, it continues to grapple with transphobia. Moreover, a recent law passed hurriedly in 2020 continues to cause worry within the community. It contains clauses that require a transgender person to obtain permission from authorities to get valid identity cards. It also makes surgery a prerequisite for one to be able to officially change their gender to either male or female. The law also awards lower sentences in cases of sexual assault against transgender people.
Despite being born in a girl's body, I grew up loving those boys stuff rather than those girls. I family dagi support natraga family dagi di kemta aingona nungaitaba kisu pibadi leite do I family dagi hek khong thang drop pa kan da dum discrimination me ama face tawe dum angang ring dagi ai haidi locality da dum imanaba meamga nupa meamga dum sanare dum sanak pa kan je khoina men football sanare le cricket sanare ada sanak pa meam je football je ai pa me dum yam pam je do sana ninge sana angang ring dadi pangsan sanare dum sana ba matam da kaisum nungai ta ba khot ta ba leram ne dum angang kai sana ba chat pa da wo idea ikui da bida dum turf ta ga chat la ga sana ba da wok ta ai phammaga yenge ba haidi moina sana ba do ai sana ninga sun sana ba phangde ba.
Discrimination in sports for being a transgender person is not uncommon. It happens in our hilly state of Manipur as well. So, in this episode of Rainbow Guide to Life, I will meet my friends and fellow football players from Yaul FC team, and we will try and understand what does it mean to play a sport as a transgender person which only recognizes binaries of male and female. One day, Deed from Yaul had called me and he informed me that there was a football team for trans men. I was very happy and I immediately told him I would like to join. I've stopped playing now, but this team is my family.
Hey. Preparation to cam kuya. Preparations ꯁꯤꯒꯤ
ꯕꯣꯜꯒꯤꯔꯥ
ꯑꯥ
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯄꯦꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯊꯥ ꯃꯈꯥꯏꯃꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦꯕ
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯄꯨꯡ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯇꯧꯕ
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯡ 6ꯇꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯐꯧ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ 9:30 ꯑꯗꯨꯋꯥꯏꯅ
ꯄꯨꯡ 3ꯃꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯆꯥꯡ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ
ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯥꯏꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯇꯤꯝ ꯀꯅꯥ ꯇꯥꯃꯤꯟꯅꯒꯦ
ꯌꯥꯎꯁꯜꯂꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯋꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯁꯟꯒꯦꯕꯅꯦꯕ
ꯇꯤꯝꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯜ FC ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ
ꯃꯥꯅ ꯌꯥꯎꯜ FCꯒꯤ
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯇꯤꯝ AB ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯂꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯆ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯣ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯀꯣ ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯑꯣꯜ ꯗ ꯕꯦꯁ
This is the time of Yaosheng, or the Festival of Colors in Manipur. And during this time, every sports club organizes sporting meets, and that includes Manipur's legendary football clubs as well. And just like any other football tournament, ours is also inaugurated with a lot of fanfare. This time, breaking away from both tradition and stereotype, the organization invited Jenny Kurai, a respected transgender activist, to be the game's torchbearer.
Masina aphai LGBT kangu transgender sugumba singsida aphaina.
In order to understand why a young trans man interested in sports need an all-trans men football team, I went and met Wahengbam Chauba. Chauba is the captain of the Yaul FC team and a very good friend of mine.
Ado nang si football se ka haidi karam kandagi sanarke kamaina football sanaba pami habse.
Football ji pingai de dum pame. Aduga Yaolgi sumaina trans men ngaktagi football team ama lay jai hana khangam deba. Aduga social media gi khutang dai ji ahama Dudarsan da ubane yauksangi mamang gi queer game gi dawagi dudai da uba football je da aina yam yawning ba haita trans men ngakta sumain to je.
Nang trans nang karam kandagi realize tawke trans ne.
Ado aije haidi agang oi ngai di dum sumaina dum as a trans men ama oina dum live ado khoi bana ju pam ba haita sumaina dum leiba je. Khoi ma je ai on support to da bi na te tawe. Even I surgery to way to my yadav native. Tawatabu society Kalaga Yadav Dugi. I don't know white of the however. My yadav nati yaev. As I told you what you're in my society, Nandilla can my own day. I'm hard over there. I can't know why I'm hanging ever. Nang tay do uy kadra have just mo ino uri love nung sinabado natte hayeng lay minara kanda angang panggadra pangmoidra angang noi pangju pang oy ro ke kandoy no haibugum badugum yam lae adu na support akhoi ba lay ngai dadi ai wonda pi ngai de ge ji ma ji mai ma chan pa ne sam ji sai ka pi ramin akhoi ba lay tra kanda man akhoi ba da bo sawramin ni man nang nasa je nang nu paun tho pi ri du tore da tore some chahi ji sum yang kala kan da ai sa je kananu ha sakhang la kan express to jara kan di sana ai sa trans men in lejara kan di samasya me am thing na sum hingale hai ta college da ai ahamba dem college da chapa kan ai panjaru ba du ge ai khangau set la chat le ba tha thai cham cham do tungjel la ge je khangau phi do le dumai na khangau set la chat le aham da isu ikai haidi akhoi ma haina dumaina mina kuba khura no ka da ko ka thabak to no ko ka no na hairak pado do yawl dia kan di ma je khraga di wa bhab chi tarak pa ina mai swain chathob khodok pada kem ta hairak tre hujti khraga ya ba di hore smile le ayon yam nuai yawl da yaw kan di
Queer games notice ko si matang nang kai phawe
yam nu khi phao kap ding ma ju phao hai di akhoi ngak ta bai bani na tumbaga yadabado harawanbagi adu tawe yawal fc di yarakandadi ya nungai fawe haidi sanawata sanaraga du ya haraw nungai na sanawado phange
hanadi phajalle
hoi hanadi ne haidi kaina wa amta ngangning taraga su sengna ngamo ngamdaba ta sengna hakanda aina hainingina adumaina sanawa matan moina utaragadi akoina normal matam da leva kan sumai uro adu na ta adu matam sana matam da khatang mai ure do normal time na as a female mo ina dum ubi do adu di nu haite do yaw left di aura kan di adu gi kan ta later hai transmit na traga so ichi hoi myam lai dna adege ina thawai nu ai tam lak tar ga so kem khalu nu adu gi bo khoi le si di ga chak thok do ai khatang da ta boy ko moi chi le boy ka khan ma do adu
ngam tham ngen khal le
hoi adu ai wari nu ai ta share tong bom le ko an khan ta
This is the 4th edition of Queer Games Northeast 2021, and there's going to be an exciting match between the members of Yawl team.
All of these would have not been possible had it not been for Dasadam. He is the founder of Yawl, an NGO working with young queer people in Northeast India, among other initiatives.
The real work started when I had started abusing substance, and I was overdosed twice and hospitalized in Bombay. They never asked for even for once, Saddam, why this happened. So when I opened up saying that I'm gay, they just gave me a judgmental look and pass it off like it doesn't count for your mental illness or your addiction. When I relapsed again after that, I realized that I should form a support system, and that's how Yawl came into being for many persons like me who don't get a space at their home, who don't get a space among their friend circles. So this became a space where you can be yourself. In Manipur, Yawls mean revolution. And in English, when you read our organization name, right, it's you all.
Yeah.
It means inclusive revolution. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
Manipur has been known for this transgender movement. But again, in the transgender movement, trans women movement has been led by HIV programs because they are counted under high-risk groups. What Yawl is doing is pushing the trans men movement ahead. So that was one area where we realized even though we don't have much of these resources, but we will give a platform. Around 15-20 trans men, young people coming out. It doesn't happen anywhere in India where there are all the resources. It was just not that I, call 15 people and play. They need to be supported morally all the time. That this is not a one-time thing. We are connecting them to livelihood options. We are training them. We are trying to link them with government schemes and programs where transgender persons can get benefited. The basic thing is for us to work towards equity and social justice so that everyone lives a dignified life. In simple terms, that is what we really want.
So, Dasaram, what is the future of this revolution?
For me, the more important thing is to creating a second line of leaders, like from Gen Z, Gen Ys, and millennials, because they are the one who will be the future in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. So they are the one who should lead this revolution. We have all been victims at one point of time, but to come out of our victimhood and start becoming change agents ourselves, individuals, and not as an organization. That is the goal that I'm looking forward to.
What do you feel when you see the Yaol FC team in action on the football field?
When I saw them this time, it was something like, this is more than what I had expected, and I was so happy that I had put in so much of resources. It took 4 years for me, it took 4 years for everyone. Yeah. I at least see that, I can with pride say that, this is the first team, then I am ready to challenge anyone. There was teamwork, there was no criticisms, then there was fight, there was laughter, there was so many things which has happened. Let there be many other teams coming out from all over India, from all over, Manipur. Come out. We have just given you one example, the best example of how trans men can do it in sports. And now it's for others to follow. I want many more teams to come out. Then only we can, fight. And then we can only challenge the binary in the sports.
Yaosangi sports manungse sigi manungsida haidi youngster gaigidi yamna Yaosangi sports events na pise achaw platform amane moida pise aduna sigi matamsida trans kai di pra left out tawre moi gi changham se sungai leite haidi changuraga muk moina haidi kaidobogi nupi oina pooga nupa gi team da kaidobi sanadoino nupa oina pooga na nupi gi team da kaidobi sanadoino transgender jingje masagi identity si bok choose tawba ngamjada ngamhandaba mayamna question tawe kaidobogi id akoi society sina khangi se only male haibamga female haibam tang khangmanina haiba khalakpadagi si Yaol football team kaina tholai India gi ahanba trans men football team kaina sumaina sem a matamda moi yamna nungaina haidi family amoina leiraga sanaba phangjaba haidi maithongda dum yam harauna kemta aduda nungai taba yaudana moigi oiba space amada moigi oiba aigi isagi family dagi henba family atop I have never enjoyed anything like that in my life. Inkhalaib young trans men mayam da so aina haining is kemta na te mi amana wa mangange natraga nungai taba wa mangange nupa saba khotpa oiroi adu ada hairak matamda haining baga haijajano aidi moiga chapmana na po ine khoi kemta aduda ikai ningai su leite haidi yam strong oina haidi aina tauge khalliba aina changjan ge khalliba em du dum changshalaga